Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today I have come up with a very important topic in hospitality industry, that is room tariff, which is commonly known as room rate in the hotel. So in this topic I will be talking basically about how to decide a room tariff of the particular category of room in the hotel. So there are so many factors which decides or which influences room tariff. So whenever we have to decide the room tariff of the particular category of room, we need to consider all the factors that affects the room tariff. So first of all, let me talk what is room tariff. Room tariff is defined as the daily rate charged for the usage of a particular hotel room and services. Now room tariff or room rate is, in simple words, the price or the rate charged for the use of the hotel room. Now, few things that we need to keep in mind whenever we decide a room rate. So, the particular room rate in totality must cover the cost of production and a fair amount of profit. That means whenever we decide a particular category, particular room rate, a fair amount of profit has to be generated from that particular room. And a room rate must attract particular segment of client. This means particular market segment has to come and stay in this hotel taking the particular room rate. So whenever we design a room rate, we need to attract or target a particular market for it. Now room rate must position a particular hotel and its services. This means whenever we design a room rate, it has to be based on which star category the hotel is. Like if the hotel is 5-star, then obviously the room rate will be high compared to other 4-star or 3-star hotels. Now I will talk few factors that influences the room tariff. Now we have 5 factors, that is cost, level of service, competition, target market and location, that influences room tariff. So whenever we decide room tariff, so these are all the factors that we need to keep in our mind while deciding the room tariff. So first of all, cost. Now this means, in simple words, it's a total expenditure that is incurred in providing services and product to the guest. Now this means the cost that comes under like a fixed cost, material cost or labor cost, that is incurred or expenses that is put on during the time of construction or during the time of providing the service and product to the guest. Now room tariff and cost, they are directly proportional to each other. As higher the expenditure or cost, higher will be the room tariff. Now if the investment or the expenditure is lower, then lower will be the room tariff. Now moving on to the another factor, we have level of service. Now hotel offering best service will charge a higher rate. This means those luxury hotels which offer best service to the guest, they will obviously charge a higher room rate. And hotels level of service depends on star classification. This is in simple word means like those luxury 5-star hotels, their level of service is very high compared to those like budget hotels or 3-star or 4-star hotels. Now luxury hotels provide personalized guest service, thus higher will be the room rate. This means, as we all know, those luxury hotels will provide a personalized services like butler service to the guest, and they will obviously charge a higher room rate compared to other lower service hotels. Now the very important factor is competition. Now there lies a competition between similar hotels in a particular area. Now if a city has so many hotels, then there will be very high competition. So whenever we design a room rate of a particular category of room, we need to keep in mind how is the competition in the market. So the relationship between competition and the room rate is inversely proportional. That is, higher the competition, lower will be the room rate. and lower the competition, higher will be the room rate. Like in a particular city hotels or downtown hotels, there will be high competition because there will be more hotels, so the hotel will come up with low rates. But the resorts, those hotels that are located in the suburban areas, there will be low competition, so they will come up with a high rate to attract the high end clients. So lower the competition, higher will be the room rate, as I said earlier. So hotel will come up with competitive rates to attract the particular clients to generate the revenue. Now the another factor is target market. This means to which market we are targeting to get the business. Now potential guests who can afford to pay for the product and service. This means like we have to come up with a particular rate for which market we are targeting, so that those people who are in the position to come and stay in the hotel. Now upmarket hotels quote higher rate to attract high-end clients. This means those luxury hotels, they will come up with higher room rate in order to attract the high-end clients. And limited service hotels, that means the budget hotels or like 3-star, below 3-star hotels, quote low rates to attract guests with less income. That means those who have less income, they will obviously go for those hotels who have less service or low room rate. So those limited service hotels, they will quote low room rate in order to attract the guest with low income. Now the last factor that affects the room rate is location. This is one of the very important factor. So business or city hotels will quote low rates due to high competition, as I have already talked. While in the city, like let's talk about a busy city where there are so many hotels, so they will come up with a very low rate in order to attract the guest, because there is high competition, because so many guests, so many hotels are competing with each other to get the business. Now resort will have higher room rate due to less competition. Obviously resorts, those resorts which are located on like jungles or desert or away from the city, they will obviously quote a higher room rate due to less competition, and they will obviously target the guest with higher income who can afford to pay the higher room rate. Now good room view demands higher room rate than room with a view of noisy street or a parking lot. This means room with a particular view also decides a particular rate, because guest will obviously enjoy a room with a better view, and those rooms with a better view will obviously have a higher room rate compared to those guest room with a very noisy view or a construction view or a very bad view. So these are the factors that affects the room rate. So whenever we decide a room rate of particular category of the room, these are all the factors that we need to keep in mind, or that we need to study in the market whenever we decide a particular category of room rate. Now I have come up with different types of room rates that are used in the hotel industry widely around the globe. So in next video I will come up with different rates. So please watch, share and subscribe. Thank you.